Safety Corps cautions road users on safety on roads considering changes in weather patterns. Nigerians advocate extension of innovative policies to developing countries as United Nations Day is celebrated. University of Uyo to hold inaugural lecture on the topic Nigeria, a sadly insane society. Who is not insane? Good morning. Thanks for joining us. My name is Joy Ubani with the details of the headlines and other stories. Note that this broadcast is reaching you live on our Star Times channel 103 and social media handles Facebook and YouTube. Please do well to like and follow our page. And now to the news. Sector Commander, Federal Road Safety Corps, Akwa Ibom State Command, Matthew Olonishayi, is cautioning road users to be mindful of the early hours weather patterns as a result of changes in climatic condition to avert road crashes. Mr. Olonishayi was speaking as part of the Corps commitment to ensure safety on the road through the Ember Month Enlightenment Program. The reports.
At the beginning of this Ember months, like what we say, the months are not different from January to August, but the challenge we have is that during this period, road users normally go into rushing, in moving from one point to the other, and that is the challenge we normally have. And this rush normally leads to calamities on the highways at this period.
The Ember Month season is fully here, and as usual, there are loads of activities within and outside the state as commuters jostle to meet their needs. Road users and other stakeholders are concerned about the need to be more careful while on the road and to ensure that vehicles are in top shape for their journey during and after the Ember months.
And in Akwa Ibom State, unfortunately, last week we lost 4 lives on our roads. We recorded an unfortunate occurrence somewhere around the new stadium in the morning of Thursday, and on Saturday morning too. We also recorded an unfortunate occurrence too along Itam Road, where we lost 3 persons. In the inside Keke, they had a collision with a stationary truck that was parked. So we use this medium to advise road users that, especially when they are moving in the morning, because of the weather now, the weather in the morning is always foggy, which normally reduce visibilities.
This Ember month, number one, the rain, the stop, and the fuel scarcity does not allow us to see passengers as well, and the anti-touting, the stop also.
The road linking to Eket, which is Ikot Edibon to straight to Junction, the road there is very bad. The one from Nudo to down to Fancy himself, the road is it's not too wide. We have some accidents at night.
Some people appeal to government to help in ensuring regular eye checks for drivers.
What causes accident on the road is some of the accident we have is overthinking. Overthinking how to get the money to return to the owner can cause accident.
Some of our drivers, not all of them, have good eyesight. The government should put a little sensitization to most of our drivers in the park and going for eye tests. If there is a goggles they can give to us to use, because there are some goggles people use at night, which road safety will do offer to drivers.
The Sector Commander, Federal Road Safety Corps, Matthew Olonishayi, says the Enlightenment Program is to check activities of drivers at all times.
We understand that mechanical fault can occur at any point, but if precautions are taken before a driver takes off for a journey, he needs to check his vehicles, he tests the brake and other mechanical functionalities of the vehicle to ensure that those vehicles are fit to travel on the road. If what you cannot achieve from January to October or November, and you think within few days you want to achieve it, one should be ready to face any form of unfortunate occurrence we don't normally pray for.
As Nigerians approach the peak of the Ember Month season, the Federal Safety Corps promises more sensitization programs to help the nation's roads safe. As Nigerians join the rest of the world to celebrate the United Nations Day, attention is on the need for the organization to implement innovative policies that will breed development in the third world countries. Emedi Omo reports.
United Nations Day is observed October 24 every year to reflect on the principle upheld by the organization towards ensuring humanity, unity, and global peace is established in the world. The organization was established as a response to safeguard humanity from the devastating aftermath of the two world wars. However, preventing the reoccurrence of such tragic events globally, over time, the United Nations has committed itself to numerous initiatives aimed at enhancing the well-being of people around the world. Though a lot has been put in place by the United Nations to ensure global peace, with the current war looming between Ukraine and Russia, Israel and Palestine, people yearn for more.
In my own estimation, I give an appraiser that says, yes, they've tried, but I think that there's so much left to be done in terms of equity.
They have recorded a lot of successes, but they have not actually solved all the problems of the world.
The United Nations came up with this law to curtail or minimize the abuse of some supermen.
Some Nigerians are of the opinion that more policies to enhance good governance in developing nations should be put in consideration.
The wars that are going on, you don't really see that kind of strong condemnation, you don't see that kind of strong intervention. And if there is an intervention, it's always usually to protect their own interests. It's a time for Africa to think about solidifying your African Union.
There's a lot of dislocation in their activities in the third world. The third world are not really being brought in. There are a lot of people that are not included. There's a lot of exclusion. The third world is lacking in so many things. Proper governance, proper direction in governance is not being implemented by United Nations.
This year's United Nations Day is an added importance as it commemorates the 75th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights with the theme Equality, Freedom and Justice for All. Emedi Omo, NTA News.
Away from that report, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Uyo, Professor Nyando Ndayo, says the university is holding 95th inaugural lecture. The lecture, which is entitled Nigeria, a Sanely Insane Society Who is Not Insane, will be delivered by Professor Festus Udo Basi Abasekong, a professor of consultation licensed psychiatric, Faculty of Clinical Sciences, College of Health Sciences, University of Uyo. A statement signed by Registrar and Secretary to Senate, Blossom Okore, indicates that the inaugural lecture will take place on Thursday, October 26, 2023, at the 1,000-seater capacity third floor main campus of the university along Waiba Road by 3 p.m. We'll pause here for commercials. When we return, more news comes your way. Please stay.
Safety is everybody's business, whether on our roads, homes or offices. But achieving maximum safety everywhere is more than just mentioning. Tune into the program Safety and Security Watch, a live studio phone-in program on NTA Channel 12 for you, your dependable station on StarTimes Channel 103, and our social media platforms on Facebook and YouTube for highlights, updates, and tips on safety matters by the professionals every Friday by 10:30 a.m. Safety and Security Watch. Safety first.
Welcome back, and now to the rest of our report. The remains of a former staff of Nigerian Television Authority, late Eda Benson Okon Etuk, were laid to rest at his country home in Etinan local government area. He was aged 85. Wisdom Jacob was there for NTA.
The funeral of late Elder Benson Okonetu was conducted by the Apostolic Church Nigeria, Etinan area and district, Etinan Field, Akwa Ibom State Territory at the Etinan Local Government Secretariat. Tributes from family members and a former colleague described the deceased as a man who stood for the truth at all times.
My dad was a good man. My dad was the man of truth. in everything that he do. He always say that you people should say the truth. Even the last day before he give off, that is what he told us, that in this life, even in the point of our day, that we will say the truth, that only truth can save us.
He was a trustworthy man, very peaceful. If in the next life they will ask me to choose a father, I will still choose him.
My father has been a source of inspiration to me, a source of motivation. I've always looked up to my father. He has been a very truthful man.
He was a good man, a man of truth. He was so truthful in all his ways.
For good thing he has done, the advice, anytime you call the man to seek an advice, he will give you.
I worked with him for more than 20 years. He never had problems with a fellow staff, and he wished the family to continue in his footsteps.
A biography of the deceased indicates that late Elder Benson Etuk started his working career with the Calabar Cement Company, Carl Semco, moved to the Nigerian Television Authority, and later to Ascon and Forestal in Ikorobasi. Ben Bella, as he was fondly called, was a devoted Christian who upheld the tenets of the Apostolic Church Nigeria to the end. In a sermon on the theme, Life is Hard, Apostle Samuel Isaiah advised the congregation to exhibit Christian virtues that will enable them to overcome life's challenges.
You must live intelligently. To live intelligently means you have to have a choice. A desire. And that desire is for you to desire life. And the life that is found in Jesus Christ.
Choir groups had renditions alongside thanksgiving by family members. Late Elder Benson Okonetu will be remembered by his wife, children, grandchildren, and a host of others who mourn his demise. Wisdom Jacob, NTA News.
And that's the news. Just before I go, let's take a look at our major stories. Federal Road Safety Corps has cautioned road users on safety on roads considering changes in weather patterns. Nigerians have advocated extension of innovative policies to developing countries as United Nations Day is celebrated. You also heard in the news that University of Uyo to hold inaugural lecture on the topic Nigeria, a insane society. Who is not insane? Well, thank you very much for being part of it. Remember to be a star. Let's join NTA to fight against rape and rapists. The next is news translation as Agnes Okure is standing by. Good morning.
Road safety rockam waru warabo yagesan riyong idem ko wat akene na ampo akbungo ko foron yong idami boyiden nyin edoko ebo yagen wog mo bonong po edong kemme ida se iso ida ken daran kot abo yoku sorry dare ko to United Nations Day ufong wenta ifyo ke yunu yo akaman butam aritum aruna mukbe kang ine ne sero Jacob seen again bong fanida, meaning Mero Agnes Okure. Sir, Aruna mo for it Boyoke Star Times, YouTube, or Facebook. I would care for road safety, Mika Kwaibum State, a tema Theoloni Shaye, Adokobo, young me, Awaruwat, Edion, Ken Bok Bunke, Uforoyon, Ken Darekoto, climate change. Anyete yakamo idiomo watsem e wat na e wo keke komu serusen e kaye wat ke dama yanwam akpan munomo asega banga ke musun isam eteloni shaye aketanga mike ndaru na mfotomo mi aketumo adison membono woke unwana magamo edi kanini ifuro kwe usun isam akpan kemme afion triswami ekoto ember months ya ikobito akombo
Boro we mai sium no ifiok edi ebuke penate ammo ekrebuke mo ba kembe ngirem mpai sanga mo nyong ba kembe ngirem ko keri kan boke sem mpai sanga mo demiso eben esan kosong boro wo emai sne benga ewo yakukara ekrebuke ammo enam esiuni enam ebo yak mbone watu song mi ekes eka foribok ekese anyene mo mfon bang mo edini mfuna kosong moro we dini wenye unuma unko ekamba woke ufogutum Federal Road Safety Corps ete Matthew Olonishaye amatang abo temi mo isoko nam dutum arikan boke mi mo imise utum me awarosong ye arina mammo
Moirin nyin mike Nigeria ekene wana ye afruna ready rimbot ede idara daikoto United Nations Day eteke atakpan bubere siki tuk aruna mike na mami aketanga aro adikat mbo kenkami asiong me ubono mpo adi nwa mire penkot ke mirksi imi koto oyoro mirksi mi koti yoro e kambanda radion Jacob Bromito kombongen
Onarut esio usen enam afriswa manatoro etoyo ufon ana antembono wo ekberongoke emem yekendu kopo ke edrimburum den mbona miari ngoke ebogoro ko ubiong tumommo ado adikan boke ememeba ndien dente ekong awana ammo yemusong esanwam ekreboke emem aba kuto idredu mbona miari ngoke ubiong tum ebogo eko to United Nations awak ataiti si adogo ammo ema adison unwam no mirat kere basodo ebogo eko to United Nations enwam kemme nsio idara ado awan asqaba ke erimbut awan abara ado Russia me Ukraine esqawa wana ndien Israel me Palestinians esqawa wana mbmedo yagammo emane sanif keri kan boke namno emem aba kere rimbut ndosong bono ebo yagammo emane songo mbeke nkang idat Africa manatoro eti ukara anyungo ba no nkanguro iwere ko adinam akiswami ado emem ndukopo mi ken ko kara uyo emediomo akombo NCA
ukangem tembong fra tre roba ansenemi